This dictation will be 100 word per minute. Last study. Start. Learned Senior Counsel has urged that this court may issue the directions sought in exercise of its inherent power. In effect, rules has been pressed in aid of the submission that this court may grant the reliefs sought in exercise of its inherent power to do complete justice. This court has on several previous occasions considered whether the filing of applications, though styled as applications for directions oblique modification oblique recall oblique correction, are in substance of a different nature and consequentially not maintainable. This court disapproved of the practice of filing applications for clarifications, modifications, and recall of final judgments and orders, noting that this was an attempt to bypass the provisions learned judges in circulation, and it will be for the court to consider whether the application is to be rejected without giving an oral hearing or whether notice is to be issued. In case notice is issued, the review petition will be listed for hearing after notice is served. This procedure is meant to save the time of the court and to preclude frivolous review petitions being filed and heard in open court. The applicant in reality wants a review and also wants a hearing, thus avoiding listing of the same in chambers by way of circulation. Such applications, if they are in substance review applications, deserve to be rejected straight away, inasmuch as the attempt is obviously to bypass relating to circulation of the application in chambers for consideration without oral hearing. A party cannot be permitted to circumvent or bypass the circulation procedure and indirectly obtain a hearing in the open court. What cannot be done directly cannot be permitted to be done indirectly. The court observed that many applications, though styled as applications for clarification or modification, are in substance applications for review. This practice was presumably adopted to bypass the procedure stipulated for the consideration by this court of review petitions. A party, it was held, would not be permitted to circumvent substantive procedures by filing such applications. With the above observations, the court affirmed a fundamental principle of jurisprudence that what cannot be done directly cannot be permitted to be done indirectly. Recently, a two-judge bench of this court rejected an application filed before it seeking a clarification that the applicant is permitted to carry out construction on the land in question in the following terms. The view expressed by this court in Gurdeep Singh cannot be limited only to applications for modification, clarification, or recall. There is a growing tendency to provide different nomenclatures to applications to sidestep the rigorous and limitations imposed on an applicant and the court in dealing with a review petition. Applications can be and are titled as applications for directions, rehearing, reconsideration, revisiting, etc. etc. one has only to open a thesaurus and find an equivalent word and give an application an appropriate nomenclature so that it could be taken up for consideration in open court and on its merits and not as a review petition by circulation. In our opinion, the nomenclature given to an application is of absolutely no consequence. What is of importance is the substance of the application, and if it is found in substance to be an application for review, it should be dealt with by the court as such and by circulation. The court noted the growing practice, despite the decision of this court in Gurdeep Singh, of filing applications before this court with different nomenclatures in order to bypass or circumvent the procedure envisaged for the consideration of the reliefs sought. This court clarified that the nomenclature of an application is of no consequence and courts must assess the contents and reliefs sought in the application to determine what is the true nature of the application. Though the cases adverted to above were rendered in the context of applications before this court for the review of a judgment, the principle of law that emerges is that courts may scrutinize applications to assess whether they, in substance, seek a relief that may not be granted in those applications. Where the court is of the opinion that the nature of the application differs from its nomenclature and there is a method prescribed in law for the grant of the reliefs sought, it may hold that the application before it is not maintainable. We consequently dismiss the miscellaneous applications but leave it open to the applicants to pursue such independent remedies as may be available in the law. Stop.